Hi dears, welcome to our English class.
Hope you are ready with your pen, textbook and notebook. So, shall we start? Yes, very good. In the last class, you watched the story of an eagle. Remember that? Who grew up, lived and died like a hen. We have realized that it is our duty to identify our abilities, nurture them, and at the same time, we should encourage and promote those who are around us to bring out their talents.
Exactly. ശരിയാണ് ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞത്. എല്ലാവരും കൂടെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ്. പക്ഷേ പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ് റൂമിൽ എത്രയോ വട്ടം കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളതാണ് കുട്ടികൾ ഒരു പാട്ട് പാടുമ്പോഴോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോഴോ പലരും അമർത്തിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്, കളിയാക്കുന്നത്.
ശരിയാണല്ലേ? ഹാവ് യു എവർ തോട്ട് നമ്മളങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ that single gesture of yours could have reduced the confidence of that person? ഇല്ലേ? അതെ, പിന്നീട് ഒരിക്കലും അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് നടത്താൻ പോലും അവരെന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ഭയപ്പെടും.
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും. കളിയാക്കരുതെന്നല്ല അതുകൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്.
അതെ.
പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾ കളിയാക്കുന്നത് ഒരാളുടെ കോൺഫിഡൻസ് കുറയ്ക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, നഷ്ടമാവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അത്തരം കളിയാക്കലുകളിലേക്ക് പോകാതിരിക്കുക നല്ലത്, അല്ലേ?
ആണ്. അതെ, ഉറപ്പായി. ആൻഡ് what we can do is, what we need to do is to motivate the people around us and boost up their confidence. We too will be benefited by it.
സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാനും ഇതുപോലെ ഒരാളായിരുന്നു. ആരെങ്കിലും ചെറുതായൊന്ന് കളിയാക്കുമ്പോൾ തളർന്നു പോകുന്ന ഒരാൾ. I used to get hurt when someone tried to tease me. My confidence level used to drop down.
Oh.
But I purposely tried to gain confidence after listening to the story of my friend.
Your friend? Who is he? And where is he? We would love to see him and hear his story, don't we?
Really?
Yes.
Actually, he is a seagull. Yes.
Eagle?
Yeah, he's a seagull. He lives somewhere here. ഇവിടെ എവിടെയോ ആണ് അവൻ താമസിക്കുന്നത്.
അത് ശരി.
നോക്ക്, ആ ലെഡ്ജിലുണ്ട് അവൻ. Now see, he's coming.
Okay. Hey dear, she has told me a lot about you. She told that it's your story that has changed her, has made her take efforts to attain confidence. We would love to listen to your story, don't you?
Oh, why not? I love to share it with you, dears.
Dear, I'm so happy that you readily agreed to share your story.
Why so? Weren't you this much confident earlier?
No, not at all. I have changed a lot. Now I am very confident. I'll tell you the incident that made me this bold and confident. It happened when I was very small. When I was living with my parents, 2 brothers and a sister in that let. I was all alone on the let. My 2 brothers and sister had already flown away the day before. I had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, I had taken a little run forward to the brink of the let and attempted to flap my wings. But, I became afraid. The great expanse of the sea, it stretched down beneath. And it was such a long way down, miles down. I felt certain that my wings would never support me. So I bent my head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where I slept at night. Even when each of my brothers and my little sister, whose wings were far shorter than my own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, I failed to muster courage to take that plunge, which appeared to me so desperate. My father and mother had come around calling to me shrilly, scolding me, threatening me to let me starve on my ledge unless I flew away. But for my life, I could not move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near me. The day before, all day long, I had watched my parents flying about with my brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. I had, in fact, seen my older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock, while my parents circled around raising a proud cackle. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau, midway down the opposite cliff, laughing at my cowardice. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing warmly on my ledge that faced the south. I felt the heat because I had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Then I had found a dried piece of mackerel's tail at the far end of my ledge. Now there was not a single crab of food left. I had searched every inch, rooting among the rough, dirt-caked straw nests where I and my brothers and sister had been hatched. I even gnawed at a dried piece of eggshell. It was like eating a part of myself. I then trotted back and forth from one end of the ledge to the other, my long grey legs stepping daintily, trying to find some means of reaching my parents without having to fly. But on each side of me, the ledge ended in a sheer fall of precipice with the sea beneath. And between me and my parents, there was a deep, wide crack. Surely I could not reach them without flying, if I could only move northward among the cliff face. But then, on what would I walk? There was no ledge, and I was not a fly. And above me, I could see nothing. The precipice was sheer, and the top of it was perhaps farther away than the sea beneath me. I stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under my wings, I closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of me. I saw my two brothers and sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. My father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only my mother was looking at me.
My God, you were really in a piteous situation. Then, could you reach your parents? Have you tried? What did you do?
No, he couldn't.
Oh,
He was scared. There was the sea beneath, and he was terribly scared of the vast expanse of the sea. He couldn't overcome that fear at all. Could you, dear?
Of course, no. I was very scared. I thought my parents would help me. So I tried to seek their attention. Do you want to know what I did?
Yes, definitely. What did you do, dear?
I stood near the ledge and I pretended that I was asleep. But my parents, sister, and brothers did not notice me. Only my mother was looking at me.
That was really a prank. But did it work?
Oh, it's high time to be back home. I have to go, dears. I'm getting late. I'll tell the rest of the story some other time. Is it okay? Shall I take a leave?
Yes, it's okay. But come back to tell the story, okay?
Yes, we'll be eagerly waiting for you. Take care, dear. See you. So sweet of him to share his story with us. Don't you think so, dears?
Exactly. Dear children, as his story motivated me, it will motivate you too.
Dears, in the first class, when you were taken for a journey through your life, ഒരു ആക്ടിവിറ്റി ചെയ്തത് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടല്ലോ? ഉണ്ടോ? ഓർത്ത് വെക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു. ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടല്ലേ? Good, very good. It's going to be handy here.
Yes, we have to do such an activity here. Let's map this story using the same technique. Okay, take your notebook and pen. What do we have to do first? Yes, write the name of the story. What's the name of the story? His first flight.
Right. And what should we write next? You're right. The name of the author. Who is the author? Fine. Liam O'Flaherty. Right.
Exactly. Now what? Yes, you're right. The main elements of the story. What are the main elements? Tell me. Yes, first of all, it is plot or events. Then what? Yes, characters. And then setting of the story.
Then
Comes problem. And the last one is solution.
so here's the story. Who are the characters? Can you locate them? Look at the two paragraphs on page number 10. It's there. Could you locate? Okay, fine. Tell me the characters. Very good. Young seagull, mother seagull, his father, two brothers, and one sister.
Correct. They have identified it clearly.
Yes,
Now, where does the story take place?
yes.
In which paragraph is it mentioned? Can you find it? Very good. The story happens on a ledge in the sea. Do you know what a ledge is? Look here. Ledge means a narrow horizontal surface from a wall or some other surface. Here in this story, it's a horizontal surface from a rock in the sea.
Yes, the seagull lives in that ledge.
Yes.
Dears, you have seen that a seagull confronts some problem, right? The next element of the story is also problem. Come on, can you tell us what the problem is? Look at the sentence. Yes, there in the textbook, right? he became afraid. Then, yes, he failed to muster up courage. Very good. And muster up means try to do or get something. Okay?
Okay, that is good. Now, what do we have to look upon? Yes? Correct. The main events or the plot of the story.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what are the main events. Let's write them one by one.
Yes, take your pen and write it down. It's there on the screen. Yes, it's the story of a young seagull who was afraid to fly. Then, the seagull lived on a ledge, very good, with his family.
Then what? When the young seagulls had grown enough to take their first flight, their parents encouraged them to fly.
Right.
His brothers and sister had already flown away, but only the young seagull couldn't, as he couldn't muster up his courage to fly.
Oh, then what did he do? He tried several times to fly. But what happened? He didn't have the confidence to make an attempt. He was certain that his wings wouldn't support him. His parents tried different ways to motivate him, but in vain. He was left alone on the ledge with nothing to eat.
Poor fellow, isn't it?
Yes.
He tried to eat his own eggshell. It was just like eating a part of himself.
How is it that? Eating a part of himself?
See, ഈ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളുണ്ടാവുന്നത് മുട്ട പൊട്ടിയിട്ടാണ്.
അതെ അതെ.
അപ്പോൾ ആ മുട്ടത്തോടുകൾ അവിടെ കിടന്നത് he was trying to eat when he became hungry. അപ്പോൾ അവന് തോന്നി അവൻ അവൻ്റെ ഒരു ഭാഗം തന്നെ, അവൻ്റെ ശരീരത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഭാഗം തന്നെ തിന്നുന്നതായിട്ട്.
അതെ.
But and after trying to eat the eggshell, he was not satisfied. He tried to catch the attention of his parents, but no one looked at him but his mother.
Yes, that's what he told also, right?
Yes.
അവൻ ഇന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ കഥയുടെ ചുരുക്കം ഇതാണ്. എല്ലാവരും എഴുതിയെടുത്തല്ലോ അല്ലേ? Very good. See dears, we need to understand certain things from this story. Every journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step. And that single step is the most difficult one to take. ആ സിംഗിൾ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എടുക്കാനാണ് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്. നമ്മളൊരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് ട്രബിൾ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ?
Correct.
അതാണ്. അതിന് എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? നമ്മുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ മനഃപൂർവ്വമായൊരു ശ്രമം ഉണ്ടാകണം.
We may lack confidence, but this is how we attain it.
Yes.
By trying to do things that we think we cannot. Slowly, without even your knowledge, you will gain confidence and courage.
Right.
അങ്ങനെ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന് അത്യാവശ്യം മറ്റു കുറച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൂടെ വേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. അതെന്താണ്? It is the wholehearted support of the people around us as motivation and encouragement.
വളരെ ശരിയാണ്. എന്ത് തോന്നുന്നു? അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ? എന്നാ പിന്നെ ഒരു അസൈൻമെന്റ് കൂടെ അങ്ങ് എഴുതിയാലോ? Okay. Write down this question. It's on the screen.
The young seagull lacked confidence and courage. If your friend goes through the same situation, what will you do? How will you help him? This is the assignment for you. Okay? Complete the assignment and send it to your teacher.
Okay, don't forget. And dears, our seagull has promised to return to complete his story. Be there to know what happened to him.
Until then, bye.
See you.